We caught up today with Joe Vaclavic with Standard Grain. Joe, as we look at kind of the overall economy here in the U.S., obviously this inflation story is a big one. It's adding a lot of pressure, and fuel prices seem to really be pushing that at this point.
Yeah, fuel prices on the consumer side at least are the single biggest driver of the headline inflation that you see. 8.5% in March year over year, the highest since 1981. I mean, fuel prices are part of it. I mean, I think a lot of people would argue that some of the inflation numbers are understated, like shelter as one example. Shelter, I think they're saying, is up 5%. Rents and the cost to buy a house they're up more than 5%. I'm pretty sure. At home food costs, as an example, would be another one. The big thing to watch here is interest rates. The government and the Federal Reserve, they really can't do anything to fix the supply situation. What they can fix or attempt to fix through interest rates is demand for products. And you're already seeing interest rates rise substantially. I mean, I think the average rate on a 30-year mortgage was like 5.1%, whereas it was in the threes just not very long ago. So they're going to try to temper demand for certain items through higher interest rates. You're probably going to see a half-point rate hike next month, and then again in June. At what point do you get to a rate that actually tapers demand off? I don't know. A lot of people would argue that the interest rate needs to get to like the inflation rate. Like you need to see an interest rate near 7, 8, 9%. I don't think we're going to be there anytime soon. So it's tricky to say. This is an interesting deal. I've never seen this in my lifetime. So it's definitely a moving target.
How risky does this feel to you as you look at the overall economy and the health of the economy with all of the other factors that are still kind of unknowns?
I'm not very old, probably relative to some of the viewers at least, but this is the riskiest market I've ever seen in my life, bar none. I mean, there's so many variables here. There's so many irons in the fire, things that could change. I mean, interest rates, the bond market's tumbling, which is something that most people have never seen. The bond market's been in bull market territory for 40 years. The stock market's vulnerable. Gasoline prices, I mean, real estate's vulnerable with these interest rates. You've got Ukraine, you've got Russia. I mean, that situation in the blink of an eye could turn into World War III if the right things happen. There is a phenomenal amount of risk in every direction, up, down, sideways, diagonal. It's the most interesting stuff I've ever seen.
All right, well, we'll continue to follow along. Appreciate it as always. Thank you for being here, Joe. We'll be back with more Ag Day coming up in just a minute.
For more information about Standard Grain and its services, call Joe at 312-462-4438.